Hello and welcome back to Learn with ABmom. This lesson will help you to use English articles correctly. In my previous lesson, we talked about indefinite articles a and an. In case you missed it, you will find the link in the description box. But today I'm going to teach you how to use definite article the and when you should not use any article at all. Many of my students make mistakes with article, especially when they speak. Are you one of them? I know they are a little bit confusing, but this lesson will definitely clear your doubt. Therefore, I recommend watching my previous lesson first. What we will go through today is including grammar rules, examples, and little bit of practice. And in my next video, we are going to have more practice with a quiz. So let us dive into the lesson. How articles are used in your native language will have a big impact on the types of mistakes that you make with articles in English. So it's really important that you try not to directly translate in your head with articles. You need to learn the way we use articles in English, and that is exactly what we are going to do today in this video. The definite article in English is the. Let us have a last recap about what we learned in that previous video. Indefinite article a and an. They are used only with a singular noun, but definite article the is used with most type of nouns. We can use it with singular noun. For example, the woman is sitting over there. We can use it with countable noun. The people in the queue frustrated. And uncountable nouns, for example, the information she gave me was false. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? But before we get stuck into the rules, let us talk about pronunciation because they are actually two different ways to pronounce this word. So let us have a look. Both start with the consonant letter the. So the position of your tongue is very important. The. Make sure that it's coming through the. The. It's a voice sound, so you can feel your tongue have a vibration when you say this the. And the second pronunciation is the. The. But when do we use each sound? We use the before the noun that start with the consonant sound. The car, the unit, the box. The U in unit is a consonant sound because it sounds like that. Unit. No doubt, writing with the vowel sound, but the pronunciation and the sound, it's a consonant. Unit. Unit. So now you can guess when we use the. Yes, we use it with the noun that begins with the vowel sound. And it's easy to remember this. The relate to a longer vowel sound. The apple, the elephant, the orange, the hour. Now here also one more confused word. Hours start with H consonant, but it is pronounced as hour because H is a silent letter. So we say the hour. Now try it once again with me. The apple, the elephant, the orange, the hour. Now here is the important rule. In order to link the two words together, the sound is flowing one word. The apple, the elephant, the hour. And here the native speakers, they add little sound between the two words to link them together because the end with the vowel and the next noun word start with the vowel. So the word or the little sound is added is y. Little bit sound of y comes in between. The apple, the elephant, the orange, the R's. It's a very soft sound, but we can potentially understand that he is a native speaker. But don't get confused because I mentioned that so that you understand the difference between native speakers. Okay, now let us talk about when you should use the definite article the. The first rule, use the with the nouns that have already been mentioned before. So remember, when we mention a noun for the first time, we use a or an. But after we mention it second time and we know we are talking about which noun. For example, I saw a child on the tram this morning. The child was wearing a black coat and a blue cap. So you can see that the noun child is mentioned twice here. But we used a first because this child was unknown to us and we are mentioning the child for the first time. But here in the second sentence, we use the. In the second sentence, I'm talking about the same person, the child. So I have repeated for the second time. So I have to add the, not a. But in the first sentence, there are one more noun. Just have a look. The drum. Didn't you just say we use a or an to mention something for the first time? Then how I did this? The drum. Here comes the second rule. We use the to be specific. When I say the drum, I'm talking about a specific drum. That means I'm talking about a specific drum which I take a walk early morning. I mention morning. That means it's a specific timing, specific schedule. Let us have one more example. If I'm saying the boss is giving me a hard time, here I am talking about a specific boss, my boss, and the boss that I work with. So when I say the boss is giving me a hard time, I am assuming that the listener or the readers will understand I am talking about my boss. Let us have more example. A museum, any museum, compared to the Indian museum. Now, the Indian museum, I will say because I specify which museum I'm talking about. The Indian museum. A hotel. That means I'm talking about any hotel. But when I specify the Center Point Hotel, that means I have specified the name of that hotel. A pilot. So, any pilot. The pilot flying this plane. An engineer means that many engineers are there. Now, when I say the lead engineer, so I have specified there only one engineer, that is the lead engineer. We can also use the to talk about a specific time of day, the morning, the afternoon, the evening, but you need to watch out. We cannot say at the night. There are some exceptions. We say at night. Morning, evening, afternoon, at night. What a confusing rules. Don't worry, I'm there to help you. Now let us move to the third rule. We use the with unique noun or titles. What does it mean? It means when there is only one at something. For example, the sun, the moon, the president, the queen. So these are unique. There is only one president of India. There is only one queen of England. Just we need to look at the context of how it's been used. Actually, name or titles that are formed with the something of something. They all refer to something that is specific or unique. The CEO of my company, the Prime Minister of India, the capital of Canada. So all of these nouns are unique because there are one capital of Canada, there are one Prime Minister of India, and there are one CEO of my company. So using the definite article in this situation helps us to define the noun that we are talking about. Okay, the next one is that I hear my students talking about the use of the superlatives adjectives. So here we move to the rule number 4. How to use the with superlatives. When we use a superlative adjective to describe a noun, that noun instantly becomes unique. Only one thing can be biggest or tallest or best. Here is a unique example for you talking about planet Earth within the solar system. Earth is big. It's bigger than Venus. But both Neptune and Uranus are bigger than Earth. So which planet is the biggest? Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. So here only one planet can be the biggest or the smallest, the nicest or farthest. Now we came to know when we use article. But the tricky way is when not to use article the. This part of the lesson is little bit hard because there are some exceptions. So here comes rule number 5. Don't use an article, any article, in general statement. Let us have a look at some general statement and I'll show you just what I mean here. Good friends always listen. Sloths are lazy animals. Fruit is sweet. So there are all general statements, isn't it? I'm talking in a general about the characteristic or good friend, sloth and fruit. Did you notice that these nouns are either plural or they are uncountable? And we do this to talk generally about something, but we cannot still use an article to make general statement. We can say a good friend always listens. Notice that friend is now no longer plural, but what I mean here is that every individual good friend listens. That's what any one good friend does. So this statement is still general. It's just two different ways of saying. On the other hand, if I change the sentence to the fruit is sweet, well, then I'm talking about some specific fruit. Maybe it's fruit on the table, on the ball, some fruits in the market. And here fruit refers to a plural, uncountable noun. That means refers to all of the fruit that is on the table maybe. Banana, strawberry, pineapple, they are all sweet. Let us move to rule number 6. Don't use an article with these proper noun. Proper nouns are nouns that name a specific place or person or organization. In English, these are always written with a capital letter because they are very important in general. We don't use article with a proper noun. So here we don't use the with the names of people. I saw the Seema the other day. Except of the plural group means the name of the family. I saw the Bessian family the other day. And we can use it referring to a group of people from the same country. Like the Japanese are punctual. One more example, the Indians are passionate. Don't use the with the place names. India, Pakistan, Malaysia are all part of Asia. So we don't say the India or the Asia. But there are some exceptions. Countries with kingdom, republic, and union. In their name, use the United Kingdom, the Republic of Congo, the European Union. Also, you can use the with the country names that are plural. These are exception. The Netherlands, the United States of America, some countries that are multiple islands like the Philippines, the West Indies. And remember, don't use the with the names of streets, park, etc. We are staying at Lukmat Square on Ramdaspet Street. We also can say fun and food is just a few minutes away from here. This rule can sometimes trip people up because when we refer public places without using the name, but we can use the as in this sentence. You know, the park across the road, or you can say the lake looks stunning at sunset. Here I did not mention the lake's name, so I can add the. But when we name the park or the lake, we don't use the article the. For example, Victoria Park is across the road. We have just learned not to use the article with the country name, town name and cities. But there is different rules for geographical nouns. So here comes rule number 7. Use the with these geographical nouns with mountain ranges like Himalaya or Alps. So we say the Himalayas, the Alps, right? However, single mountain like Mountain Everest or Mountain Views are used without an article. A single mountain, no article. Group of mountains use the. Let us take a look at some example of geographical nouns. Canal's name, river's name and sea's name. Oceans, valleys and desert. So we don't say Himalayas, we say the Himalayas. Here is one final mistake that I often hear my students doing it while using the definite article. He hurt the foot yesterday. In English, we use possessive determiner in this way. We use my, your, his, hers, ours, theirs with the body part. So, he hurts his foot. I have already made a video regarding this topic. The link you will find it in the description box. I know this lesson was lengthy, but well done. You made it to the end. I'm sure this video will help you to know when to use an articles and when not to use them. If you have any question regarding this lesson, just put in a comment so that I can able to help and guide you. And if you want to say hello, just drop in a comment. It will be a pleasure to hear from you. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, share it. Love and peace to all.